Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Brandon, I do see that you saw my message. Email me. We will definitely get you details. And if they're good products, we have no problem pushing them. Everyone else who's joining here, I see Lorenzo, I see Thomas, I see Little Daddy 391. Thank you for joining us tonight. We absolutely couldn't do this without you. We've said it once, we've said it twice, and it's absolutely true. And Jacob, nice to have you back, sir. And yeah, last minute deal. We don't really have a plan tonight. We're just going with it. And a philosophy of hustle, the Don. How's it going? And Slim Pickens, thank you for coming back. And David, I see you made it. Welcome, welcome, welcome. And yeah, Jacob, yes, we're talking about doing things freestyle. Now, quick question, since we've got 19 people waiting. We are considering going and doing live streams 3 nights a week. What are your thoughts on that? Definitely don't hesitate to let us know. If you guys aren't tired of hearing our voices yet, well, we can definitely entertain you and come on more. Well, homegrown product review, we will have our replays available on YouTube. Yes, we're talking about going live on YouTube another 3 times a week, possibly. And Jacob, thank you for giving thumbs ups. I take it you appreciate that idea. Aaron, already we haven't even started yet. Thank you. Is that bribery, though? And Brian Fox, hi. Just saying, yeah, we're not at all opposed to bribery at all. Just saying. And Aaron, I said it earlier, but we appreciate you guys coming in and giving us the support you have. And Anthony, no, of course it's not going to be a boring night.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the podcast for our rare, you know what, it's not even rare, I think it's our first Tuesday, and it's a showing off the new microphone show. I'm sorry, man. I gotta gush a little bit. We got the Shure, we got the big dog. I hope the audio quality is better for everybody. The podcast is your home for rational crypto reporting and objectivity, leaving emotion at the door and discussing what we like, why we like it, and where we see it going. The focus of our channel is companies that use crypto and not so much crypto companies, and there is a distinction. One appeals to 6% of the planet, and one appeals to all of the planet. And from an investment standpoint, broader the market, greater the opportunity. I am your host, Scott, pragmatic investor who has won and lost fortunes. And joining me, as always, is my co-host, as well as the greatest producer of all time, Belle. Say hi, Belle.
Hi, guys. Well, with the exception of Saturday, I'm always here.
Yeah, she's on vacation. We have a tendency to talk about what others are not talking about and bringing the focus onto use case cryptos because, as we know, these are what drive the market and bring innovation to a world that desperately needs it. The status quo is no longer acceptable, and it's time for a technological revolution. Welcome to crypto, and welcome to the Podocasts. So, you know what? It wasn't the same without you Saturday night, Belle. It felt very old school, and I don't like old school live streams. So, you know what? How was your weekend? Why don't you tell the audience why you didn't tend to your duties last Saturday? Take it away, ma'am.
I was camping in an area with no Wi-Fi signal whatsoever. There are times you've got to disconnect, and it was a very, very nice vacation.
You know, I haven't disconnected for a long time. I cannot tell you the last time I didn't have cell signal. Probably when I was on a plane, and even then, I want to pay the $10 so that I can get the so
And
that I can get.
Jacob, thank you.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry, but I'm distracting myself. Look, guys, nobody said anything. How do we like the new microphone, Belle? It was pricey, so I just want. I just want to know if it was worth a stretch or if I should have just stuck with the Sterling. But I don't know if you noticed or not, little lady, but AMP got to have one of those power bumps the last couple of days. Did you notice?
Oh, I did notice. I absolutely did.
You're one of the junkies, like right first thing in the morning, you pop up and you look at the charts and you got to see where's my money, where's my money. You're one of those people, aren't you?
Yeah, I have to confess, yes, I am.
You can say it. You're amongst friends here. So I did a quickie video about it, and it was a rumor about Amazon and AMP, and I'm pretty sure it came out of nowhere. But the big boy, he did a short on it, and just boom, up went the AMP. That was the chatter, but you know what? That wasn't the cause. It really wasn't the cause. There was a big short squeeze on Bitcoin. Whole market had a great couple days, and there it is. You know what? I always like to see it, mainly because I have my intrinsic speculations pretty well locked up. They're in my head and they're in my heart, so I know when I am comfortable. Watch this. I'm going to do the evil eyes. When I'm comfortable scalping. And I absolutely scalp if people let me. And the last couple of days, the speculators paid for my crypto. You know what? Many thanks. It's nothing personal. And I certainly do not recommend anyone do it. Don't do it. But sometimes it is so painfully obvious that that FOMO is occurring. And when it does, you can sit back and root for it. I do. Everybody does. Or make an honest, emotionless assessment of where your position is and figure out if you should be acting or not. Again, it's nothing personal. The volume that I do scalp, it's not going to move the needle. It's not going to move the needle enough to be noticed. If I dumped my position completely, it might be noticed. I'll leave it there. Anyway, you know what? This is the game. This is the trading game. It's absolutely work if you want to take advantage of these pumps. But the good news is that if you do nothing, you lose nothing. As when it settles down, it's going to be about where you were before it all kicked off. So failing to act really doesn't cost you anything. This is a me thing. I've been trading for a long, long time. I don't recommend anybody do it. Just I'm honest with you. I do it. So there you go. I sort of got into trouble with a few folks a little bit on this last video, Bill. It was in the comments, and more than one person took exception to me saying that I don't believe AMP is worth 8 cents right now. I did some thinking on it. I really did some thinking on it. I like to keep an open mind, and I like to hear input from other people, but I just haven't changed my mind on this. I haven't. With the market the way it is, with the FOMO just running wild on some of these coins, I haven't changed my mind a bit. At this time, this moment, right now, with everything considered, I look at the entire big picture. I don't believe that AMP is worth 8 cents intrinsically. I just don't. Speculatively, now, it's worth whatever folks want to pay for it. But, hey, thank you, Thomas Gross.
Speaking of paying for it, yeah, Thomas is saying hopefully everybody pitches in and helps out with the cost of the new mic. I know how much the mic costs.
Yeah, yes, has anybody said, is the audio better, or do you want me to go back to the Sterling? I'm comfortable with either. But let me finish my thought here. Speculatively, AMP is worth whatever folks want to pay for it. But I like its floor. This is me. I'm speaking for me. I like the floor of this right around a nickel. I think that's where it should be right now based on everything. Now, it's starting to mature. AMP is starting to mature. More people are getting on board. There are a lot more AMP videos coming out, even though most of them are just they're theater videos. You know, AMP to the moon, 20,000%. Believe me, I know. But those pretty well consume the crypto reporting market. You know what? What can you do? I've never really understood that. But, confirmation bias, it's strong during a wobbly market. And we are in a wobbly market. Now, clearly, the podcast doesn't do that. But, man, Bill, it would be so easy to sell those. I mean, imagine not having to back up anything that you say. I could literally write anything. Come up here, report it well, little bit of native ability behind the mic, but I could report it well and get 35,000 views on it. I mean, how easy would that be? Would that grow the channel a little bit? Yeah, those things get tens of thousands of views every day, and we get hundreds. But I absolutely love the hundreds that we get. I truly do. We get them honestly, and I would rather be, you know what? How do you say this right? I would rather be honest than successful. Is that what I'm going with on this one? And I know that just sucks. It just sucks saying that, but I guess you can be both. But one is a much harder road, and we, Bell, have picked the harder road. But we're going to stick with honesty, But there's something about those little 2-minute funnies that we used to do where using the PBS voice or the bad infomercials. Tell you what, I will do a 3-minute pump video, podcast style, a 3-minute to the moon pump video on Thursday. If you guys want to see my version of it, tell Belle or put it in chat and she'll take note. We'll come out of the break. We'll go right into the pump. These are supposed to be fun. These are supposed to be entertaining and informative, and we haven't done entertaining for a while, so maybe it's time. Okay. Anyway, look, I absolutely derailed whatever the hell this monologue was supposed to be about. I don't even remember. Okay, wait. We are considering just doing live streams as opposed to the videos. We've been talking up the formats, and we've been talking up how to make it work, how to get guests on for second segment, how much of the open phone lines cost that I'm willing to eat. There's lots of moving parts. We can do it, and I love being live. Working without a net is the only way to work, but I guess it would depend on the reception. Too much of us might be too much for everyone. So we're just putting it out there and see which you guys prefer. if you could put it in the comments after this video is done, would appreciate it so we can gauge interest. And same, anybody listen to it on the replay, if this is kind of the format that you want to put us in, tell us. We will happily indulge it. So, what? Why are you laughing at me?
Jesus is God is chiming in, going, do a big Papa Pump video on Thursday. Holler if you hear me.
You guys want to see it? I could do it. I would like to do it in the PBS voice. This is the PBS voice. So we're bringing you a really good crypto token, and it's called AMP. AMP. That's the PBS voice. I can do. I never did PBS throughout my radio career, but I think I would have been good at it. I think I have that cadence, that PBS cadence. So look, anyway, if you guys would prefer the live show a bit more often as opposed to the 1 or 2 nights, you let us know. I would like to just be live, but we don't do this for us. We do it for you guys. And you know what, Belle? You never really committed either way. So what do you think? Can we pull off 3 nights a week? Will we get an audience 3 nights a week? Or is that just too much of Scott? Because trust me, I understand that as well.
Well, I do think we could pull it off, but the question is, does everybody here want to hear you? Now, Kristen is chiming in saying, no, don't stop talking about the other coins. Your comments are thoughtful and I like hearing them. Please do it if it's fun for you. I'm thinking she's talking about you releasing the videos several times a week the way you do.
You know what? Again, whatever you guys want. I like the discovery videos personally. I am in a lot of crypto. All right, I'm not just in AMP. I am in a lot of crypto. There are so many good opportunities out here, guys. There is just some absolutely fascinating stuff that's happening right here in front of you. And we are talking about world-changing, game-changing innovation that is occurring right here. But nobody, I don't know, man. I don't know if... I just can't sell them. Now I'm not gonna stop doing them because I love to talk crypto and I love to talk about tons of different ones. But they don't get a lot of love. They just don't. But that's not on you guys. That's on me. All right, that is absolutely on me. I understand the YouTube algorithm, and the YouTube algorithm is a deadly, deadly beast. If you're not familiar with it, let me introduce you to it for just a second. So, in order for our videos, to reach a broader audience, they have to be viewed by our subscribers first. So I don't know how many subscribers we have now, Belle. 14. Thank you. Appreciate that.
Yes,
I don't know.
stylized. Thank you. And
I don't know.
We have 1,799 subscribers now.
What? How? How is that? Okay, anyway. We have to get the vast majority of our own subscribers to watch these videos before YouTube decides we're going to show them to other people. That is literally how it works. And since we monetize, I get little pop-up tips from YouTube saying, stop doing what you're doing and start doing what you were doing. Stay in your lane, bro. That's basically what they are. So when we release the other ones, like I don't know, like the Orchid and the Anchor and so forth, if our subs don't watch it, YouTube just cuts it off right there. They are not going anywhere else. They don't show up in discovery. They don't show up in the search. They just die. So it's a fine line that we have to ride in order to get them out. So I just have to find the ones that really, really thrill me and that I can do a good video on. That's really all it is. But if I can't convince my subs to watch it, YouTube just says, no, this ain't happening. And that's what they don't tell you in all of these how to be successful on YouTube videos. And yeah, I've watched 1 or 2 of them. All right. So look, guys, we have a very impromptu show tonight. We don't have a script. This is our trial for us as well to see if we can make it interesting enough to be able to pull off the 3 a week. We have bunches of questions.
Does internet porn know you're cheating on it?
Thank you, Hector. We have bunches of questions we haven't gotten to. Belle has been gathering them up, and we will put some airtime to them. If there's anything that I have appeared to be dodging, and there is one that I do want to talk about, I will talk about ICP. I promised I would. I've done some digging. I'm not sure you're going to like it, but I promise you I will talk about ICP very, very shortly. That's Internet Computer Protocol. I'm not sure if you guys are going to love my review of it, but you asked, so I'm more than happy to answer that one. But yeah, if there's anything else that it seems like I'm dodging, bring it up in chat tonight, and we will get it to the top of the list. We're getting into some fundamentals of trading tonight, a little bit. How to evaluate a product, how to avoid the FOMO, how to avoid the FUD, everything that seems very, very relevant to me right now. You got to keep in mind, folks, you really do. We are bearish, ugly, bear market. So people are going to get, watch this. Here's a cheap pun, Bill. People are going to get amped up. Huge. You like that? You did. When any damn thing at all happens, you got to stay rational and reasonable. So I'm gonna give you my pure perspective on this tonight. Not what I think, but what I do. What I absolutely do. So, Belle, what you got? You get one question, and then we're gonna take a quick break.
Well, I'm going to go with Jesus is God first. Hey,
Okay.
Scott, have you heard about the This Too Shall Pass challenge? Seen it on Instagram.
Is it getting a tattoo on your arm? Is that what it is? I don't know if it.
I have no
I don't know
idea.
if the camera can see it. Is it getting a tattoo on your arm? I already did it, brother. I already did it. Tell me when you get yours. No, you know what? Give Bell some example. If it's a This Too Shall Pass, I think I already did. I already got it. All right, man. Look, that was your one question. So, guys, please give me 60 seconds to get some of the apple juice in me. Tonight is apple juice of choice is the Ultra Supreme Select Club, and it's a pecan. It's a pecan apple juice. Arkansas. I happen to really like that. So we're going to be right back, guys. Got a bunch of questions that I was not able to process on Saturday, and anything new I might have missed. Please stand by, and
we'll be right back.
all right. Question from Jacob. Scott, there is a difference between pecan and pecan. What is the difference, sir? And you know what? You kind of unzipped your fly there, so put it in the chat. All right, Belle. What did I miss while I have been sitting up here rambling and doing a show?
All right. So again, we've gotten Jesus is God first, but DJ Flex is next. Besides AMP for a sec, have you seen Polygon saying they're going for the gaming and NFT market? They sound confident.
Yeah, you know, I have seen him talking about that, and I'm a big fan of NFTs. I really am. Probably not for the reason most people are into them. I think most people are looking at these things kind of like collecting baseball cards. You know, I want to get I want to get a Sandy Koufax rookie card or something like that. I think that's a lot of people seem to be going that direction. I like the NFTs because I absolutely love, adore, can't get enough of unique applications of blockchain, period. That's it. That's why I like it. So, yeah, I understand. I see where they're going on that. And, yeah, man, I saw the same thing. I think they seem a little too confident. Is there such a thing? A little bit too confident. Oh, I'm sorry. I have to take a break from the show for a second to point right here. You guys see storage running away, right? You know I was pushing the hell out of this at 68 cents, right? It's over here on the board. You can't miss it. Not that I'm that smart, but I know a good deal when I see one, man, and I was begging you guys to buy some of this. Please tell me one person in the podcast office bought at least one single storage token. I would love to see it. Keep an eye on this one, guys, because you're going to see it run away right now, and I happen to love that. Now, I'm holding this one. I've been in storage early, so wherever it is right now, it's just pure white meat for me, and it's been there for a while. My jump out point for storage is right around $2, so it's got a way to go. But I just want to point that out because I've been begging you guys to jump on some of these, and I just nobody did. So it's me, man. I don't know how to sell a product, but this isn't really what the show's about, man. I'm just trying to help. I'm trying to tell you where I have my money. That's it. And that one I happen to love. Okay, Belle, give me a question, or I'm going to go very, very philosophical here.
Brandon McGuckin, do you think Flexa would be smart to process payroll? Is that even a thing?
Process payroll. I guess they could. You know what? I'm going to give you guys a little piece here that nobody, everybody, you guys ask me, and you lean on me, and I get questions, I get emails, and yeah. And you always ask me, what's it going to be? When's it going to take? What'll make this thing boom? And you know what? Because I got a new mic, and because it's a rare Tuesday night, and because we're considering changing format, I will give you guys my answer. And I've never done this. Obviously, you've watched my shows. You guys know what we're about here. All right, I've never done this. Here is what blows it out. Are you ready? Are you writing this down? The thing that sets AMP off, I'm on record right now. We're time date stamped, and I want you guys to remember this moment. The thing that sets AMP off, the thing that blows it out, the thing that makes it go from an esoteric idea into mainstream, oh my God, how did we miss this one, is when another entity, name brand entity, builds on the AMP network. That is what blows this out completely. This is when you buckle in. This is when you pull it down because that's when it goes. When somebody else builds on this network, I want to be very, very clear on this. That is what blows it out because one, another entity leads to 2, leads to 4, leads to 8, leads to all of these use cases that we have been entertaining on AMP for so long. And we don't seem to talk about it enough. There's just not enough energy put into use case for this. And it breaks my heart a little bit because myself, Belle, Bert, man, we talk about this all the time. What would be cool for AMP? What would get it going? What would blow AMP out? What would it take? That is my answer. I'm not changing it. Somebody else has to build on it. And when somebody else builds on it and they find a new use case for AMP, something that nobody considered before, that just opens the floodgates. And again, 1 leads to 2, leads to 4, leads to Lambo, I guess. I hate to even say the word, but you know what? I hate to even say the word, man, but I'm going to. That's what leads. What are you laughing at, Belle?
And Jazzle Site 2, thank you. We will get to your question in just a moment, okay?
All right. I'm sorry. Was I rambling? I know this is kind of me just going off. We don't have a script tonight, guys. All right. And I just feel like being exceptionally honest with you. I always try to be honest. But you ask me and you keep pinning me back with it. I want to give you my answer. That's what blows it out. I cannot think of another way. I just can't. I know I want to be positive behind Flexa, and I am. But AMP and Flexa are different. They are just radically, radically different. And I think it was Lifelong Learners. One of the comments that he put in one of our videos put me on a whole different train of thought, one that I never thought I would go. I don't take another person's IP. I will absolutely give them credit for it. And something that he said in the comments spun me up. It absolutely spun me up and got me thinking outside of the box. That's where I like to live. He is under the impression, and the more I think about it, I think he might be onto something. He just might be onto something here. What if Flexa is proof of concept? Now, I want you to think about that for a minute. What if Flexa is simply proof of concept that we can make it work? It answers so many questions for me. It just ties so many bows on so many boxes. If Flexa is simply proof of concept that we can, in fact, process anything, that we are, in fact, an agnostic pay rail, what if that was it? It brings it together for me. Why are they sticking in North America? I'm not changing my mind on this. I'm right. I am absolutely right. Why are they staying in North America when they are being fought every single step of the way to operate in North America, where you have El Salvador, you have Colombia, you have Venezuela, you have Japan, you have Korea. I can go on and on about all of the rest of the world that is just embracing it, saying, help us, bring it here. We want to do this. So with all of that, why are you staying right here? Why are you keeping your focus here? Everybody out here can see that there's a bigger, better deal right outside of CONUS. So why are you staying here? Now, coupling that with, again, what Lifelong Learner put me onto, I think he might be onto something. I think he might absolutely be onto something. Now, it's a longer-term play. But if they can build this and show everybody that it works, that AMP works, that the AMP network is correct, that it is asset agnostic, that it will process anything, you have a case. You have a case for it. You have a case to sell to all of these other companies. AMP is like Ethereum. Astro, the people's wizard, absolutely. I talked about this a couple weeks ago. AMP is, you have to think about it along those lines. Now, before anybody's going to build on AMP, you have to prove to the world that it works. You have to. You can't just build this and say, oh, yeah, look at the white paper, man. It'll be tits. You can't just do that. You have to prove that it works. So what if Flexa is proof of concept? That its whole goal is to get others to build on AMP, which ties so many bows. It just ties it all together for me. I'm not saying that's what it is, guys. I'm not saying that at all. I'm just saying it's a thought that I have. We tend to talk about things that other people just won't say here. They will not say it on air. They won't go live and say it. I understand. It sounds crazy. We have been early. Bell and I have been doing live streams in one format or another for years. And we are always early. And when you're early, you're insane. When you're way early, you're insane. When you're slightly early, you're insightful. We have never been slightly early. We've always been stupidly early. So, needless to say, nothing we've done has ever worked. But I don't know what it is, man. But something in there just gave me a little feeling in my tummy that, my goodness, maybe that man is onto it. Is he on tonight, Belle? Is Lifelong Learners on?
I have not seen him on tonight.
Because I want to get this guy, I want to get him on the show, man. Because if you saw something that I thought I was your emperor, I thought I looked at this from 1,000 different angles. That would never have occurred to me. Never even occurred to me. But I think it's a good, I think there might be some there. Is all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying, guys. Look, at top of my head, but I'm not taking it back. How about that? I'm not taking it back. I think he might be onto something. So, okay, anyway, thank you for letting me rant. I'm pretty sure we probably lost half our viewers on that. But I vowed to be honest, man. When we start, I said I'm going to be honest. I'm not changing. I'm not pulling it back. If I say it, I mean it, and I'm not taking it back. So, you know what, Belle? Suck it. Give me a question, carry on, and try to manage your show because you were letting me get away from you. This is on Belle.
Anthony and Franco, what's your second favorite crypto?
My second favorite crypto, hands down, is Anchor. Absolutely Anchor. I'm never going to change my mind on that, man. Anchor's in a sweet spot. It's in a amazingly good sweet spot. You guys don't know about it, but it is in it is. I want you to think of this. I want you to consider this. I'm trying to find a way to explain it so that I don't look like I'm insane. But I want you to consider this. Regardless of how old you are, all right, I want you to go back to if you're at least this old, I want you to take your body, I want you to time warp back to your 1985 self, and I want you to explain the cloud to your 1985 self. Your 1985 self is going to have an absolute blank stare on your face. You have no idea what the hell's going on, what they're saying. You don't know. You can't even consider it. The concept is just too big for you. So when I look at Anchor and them being as early as they are push button cloud crypto. That's what they are. Now, I work in these spaces. All right, I'm there every day. Every day. There is no big one that I haven't been in, that I haven't spent time in, that I haven't done work in. I know what they have going on in there, and I know how much of it is idled. I know. I can't tell you, NDA, but I can tell you that there is opportunity here. Now, Anchor is realizing that opportunity. And if you believe in the DeFi, and if you believe what they're doing, if you have faith that this thing is going to continue to grow, that more innovation is going to spur additional innovation in forks, if you believe that, if you believe in the product, that's your ticket to the chocolate factory right there. Because ideas are great and development is great, but making it work, and hardware and the infrastructure necessary to make something like this work is tough. It's expensive. It is time consuming. It is massive amounts of personnel to keep these things working and running and to maintain that 99.99% uptime. Huge infrastructure requirements to make that happen. Or you could go to Anchor and you could hit one button and they're going to take care of that for you. They are, I've called a lot of these places. I don't know if I'm allowed to. Nobody knows me. I call them slumlords for startup.coms. It is what a lot of these places are, because they're the ones who can afford it. So they're slumlords for startups. Anchor is the route for the slumlords for the DeFi. They will make it happen. I absolutely believe in it. It works. It just works. They are doing it. It's great. Okay, you know what, Belle? You got to stop me, man, because this is a hot button for me. I buy Anchor. How about that? I'm not telling you know what, or don't. I don't tell you what to do with your money.
All right, Astro the People's Wizard, thoughts on DinoSwap?
Don't know it. I'm not familiar with it. This is when you're supposed to be seeing the question and typing it up, and you send it over to my screen so I see it right there, so that I look more intelligent than I actually am. This is your job, right? This is the producer's job. You know what? No, man. There's a lot of crypto, and I know I've said this before. I want to say it again. I'm not trying to be cavalier or dismiss what you're into. We really try to be savants about the ones that we are into. I will get you an answer, and I promise I'm going to dig down into it. Just like I said, I will dig down into ICP, even though I don't own a single token. But yeah, we try to be about it. But if you care about it, we care about it. So you give us a chance. Let me dig in a little bit. I want to give you an honest answer. I'm not going to be like these. I refuse to be like these other channels, man. That'll just tell you whatever the hell you want to hear. I'm not going to do that. We are not going to do that here. We're never going to do that here. As soon as we start doing that, you'll never see us again, because that is not good for the market. It just isn't. So I'm sorry. Go ahead, Belle. Take a note and carry on, please.
Absolutely. Inflage14, do you think AMP token will come back down, or is 6 cents possibly a new level? I made money this week, looking to buy more.
It's going to come down. Yeah, I know you guys don't want to hear that, but a spike in a bear market does not mean the bear market is over. It just doesn't. Now, if you want my wild thoughts, if you want it all the way out, my personal floor, where I will continue to buy up, even DCA up to, is 10 cents. So, but there's a long road to 10 cents before that's the floor, man. There's a long, long road to that. But again, it's not saying I'm not going to scalp, because I do. I admit it. I tell you. Hell, if you want to know when, text me. Text me. I'll tell you the exact trades I'm making at the exact times I'm making them. Me giving you that, me telling you doesn't hurt it. Doesn't change a thing. But it's going to come back down, man. The only thing holding it up right now is Bitcoin. I know we all have, there's a lot of tribalism that's wrapped around our token. I think the big boy his little news, as well as the short squeeze on Bitcoin, probably led into AMP going higher than I think it should have. I don't think it should have ever saw above 7 cents. There just wasn't enough there. But again, we did the video on it, so I think there were a lot of factors that went into that one actually, kind of going right now. But I don't. It's going to come back down when Bitcoin does what Bitcoin does. We're all still pegged to it. It will settle down, but there's no reason not to DCA. There's no reason that you can't DCA it on its way down. I'll DCA my sells and I will DCA my buys back in. So there's no reason that you can't. Hope that
All
answers the
right.
question.
Yep. Nice noise. How do you calculate the intrinsic value?
Well, that's a fun one, man. There is no one model for an intrinsic value of anything, of any investment. There is no one single model. For myself, I fall back on my own personal experience of doing this before. I had to change a lot of it because the way you evaluate a crypto token is not the same way that you evaluate a stock, even though effectively they're the same thing. They are the same thing. When you buy a stock, when you buy Ford, you are loaning Ford money. That's what you're doing. And they take that money and develop their products and do whatever they're going to do with it. When you buy crypto, you're doing the same thing. You are loaning them money. So if you buy AMP, you are putting money on the AMP network. But that doesn't mean you're staking it on Flexa. That's something else. But it means that you are effectively loaning money out to this. So this is what investment is. So the way that you're going to get to an intrinsic valuation of a crypto token. So for example, AMP. The way I got to my valuation of AMP is, one, I deeply and thoroughly read through the white paper all the way down. Don't ask me what page this is on, but you know what? I've read it. If it exists in there, then yeah, I have read that page. I have dug all the way down. I've taken their math. I've taken their math models and I've plugged numbers in because I want to see. I want to see if what they're getting out is similar to what I'm getting out. Anybody can make up math formulas, but until you actually run them, you don't know. So I will do that, and I will consider everything about the company. So when we're doing AMP, again, the only thing we can look at is Flexa because they are effectively the only thing that's built on AMP right now. It's not to say other things aren't being built on AMP, but if they are, they're not there yet. So the only thing I have to go on is Flexa. So using that, I will look at Flexa and what I think is going on with Flexa. I look at their the direction of the company because, again, it's the only thing using AMP. So for me to give a fair valuation to it, to get to an intrinsic value, I have to look at Flexa. Now, I was pretty clear on that, and I released a video not too long ago. I'm not crazy about the way Flex is going right now. I would do it differently. So because of that and because of personal bias, that will affect my own valuation. Now, this is the fun thing with intrinsic values. It's up to you, man. It's your model. You have to take what's important to you and you base it on other experience to see, how do I get here? So I look at what Flex is doing, and there are a few things that I disagree with, which will lower my personal, where I consider the intrinsic value of this coin. Of this token. That's it. If Flexa right now was saying we are looking solely out of the United States, we are looking outside of the borders, we are going after these active markets that are openly embracing crypto because we want to process it, my intrinsic valuation of AMP would be higher. It would be much higher because here we are. They are running their company the way I think they should be. But again, man, it is a personal model. It's whatever you build for yourself. These are my hot buttons, so I'm going to stick there. And I fall back on personal experiences. So that's it. I would love to tell you flat out, but I'm not going to give I'm not your broker. If I was your broker, give me your money and I'll make you more. But I'm not your broker, so I could. That's how you do it. So you look at the big picture. You look at the state of the market. You look at everything. If we were in a bull market right now, you bet I am not saying that I want it at 4.5 or a nickel. You bet, because right now everything's going crazy. naturally the intrinsic value goes higher because it is kind of baked into it. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. Again, there's no real good way to say this because the model's different for everybody. But when I arrive at my intrinsic value of AMP, and I feel that the market, when the market value of AMP, in my opinion, is higher than my personal intrinsic value, I will start selling it off because I don't believe it. And it's speculation, and I'm happy to take their money. If the market value is lower than what I consider the intrinsic value, I will buy the hell out of it. I will buy it and buy it and buy it until it at least reaches my personal intrinsic value. But that's me. That's me. This is why I don't give financial advice. So I hope that answered the question, Belle. You know what? We're going to come back. I promise you will, guys. When she lets me go like this, I get real dry real quick. So please give me 60 seconds. Let me check my phone, and we will be right back.
We'll be right back.
Sorry. Thank you, guys. Give me just 1 second here. I'm sorry.
Someone hasn't had enough apple juice today.
No, I'm sorry, man. We had to top that up. Very unprofessional of me. I'm sorry. Did you guys see how hard I was hitting that during the Eli interview? I got so much business after that interview for that mic mute. I promise you that's not the first time I've ever done that, and I also promise you it won't be the last time that I ever do this. Until I have a full-time producer sitting right there running my board for me. You know what? It's going to happen. I'm over it. How about that? How about that? All right, Belle, pick up. I'm sorry to have missed that. Go ahead and take it away.
All right. Just for feet, does your fancy new mic have a mute button?
Nope. No, there's no mute button on this. There's no mute light. There's none of that stuff. You know, we don't use. I'm sure some people do use them. I don't use them. So what I actually did was go through all of my OBS, and I just took out any chance that I would be hot mic'd. So I don't have to mute it anymore. I still can. Look, I got it. It's like it there, and then we're back. So I still have it on there. I just got to take the button off my Stream Deck. There's no point in it. There's no point in it anymore. All right, Belle, please carry on.
And Jazzle Site too. The question that they asked when they donated $2 to us: how low will AMP go again?
Ooh, boy, you guys! I love our audience because. How often do you see that question? How low will it go? You never ever see that one on a thing. There's a lot in play there, man. There really is. A lot of stuff can happen. A lot of stuff has to happen. Would it be out of the realm to see it at 0.038? I don't think so. I know we don't like to talk about that. We never like to talk about a coin going down. But what I've learned over my decades of trading is if you don't believe something can happen, it's about to. Just putting that out there. I don't think it would be out of the realm to see that again. Not even a bit. It would not surprise me a single bit. This is why I always recommend discipline. Discipline in your trading. It's right over here. See that? It will pass. The highs are never as high as you think that they can be, and the lows you're going to believe are never ever going to end. But it happens. It just happens. If you want to do anything, if you do not want to be an active trader of AMP, you just want to keep accumulating it, I recommend that you do exactly that. Accumulate it, stake it, and never check the price. It doesn't matter right now. It doesn't matter. When I see the hype over, a 50% jump, which is fantastic, by the way, but we did this months ago. Anything that goes up that fast is going to come down. It just is, and history definitely supports me on this one. The only thing supporting the price right now, it is not utilization. It's Bitcoin. Everything's still tied to Bitcoin. So if Bitcoin starts to wobble again, which it will, all you need is China to come up and say, oh, you know what? We don't like Bitcoin. And whoosh, down it goes. And when it goes, everything comes with it. You got to accept that, man. I don't know if that's a tribalism thing, that you just believe in your own investment blindly. But again, for an intrinsic evaluation of your token, you've got to consider Bitcoin. You have to consider that everything is pegged to it. I know we don't want to talk about it, but it is. It just is. It has not yet decoupled. It's not going to decouple right away. Hell, Ethereum hasn't decoupled from Bitcoin. What chance do you think AMP has right now? I keep saying not yet, not yet. And I'm sorry, I'm 100% right there. It's not yet. It will, but not yet. So the thing that's supporting it right now is purely Bitcoin. I will challenge anybody on it. And I don't care about your academic pedigree. It's not going to outweigh the strength of my argument. It just won't. So there you go. I believe that you can see it much lower. I hope that answered the question. Belle, carry on.
That does. And Aaron Hopkins, what makes storage better than Siacoin?
You're not going to like the answer because I use storage. I think storage is easier to use, period. I use all of our videos. Everything goes up. We share all of our videos. Everything that we do through storage. And it's very, very easy to use. Storage, storj.io. Belle, please put that in chat. They're going to give you 150 free gigabytes. Why would you not take advantage of this? 150 free gigabytes. It is a very, very good product. I'm not telling you to buy storage. I'm telling you, use it. It's free. 150 gigabytes. It is absolutely free. So take advantage of it. And if 150 gigabytes is not a lot to you, I kind of want your storage capacity because that's a good amount for me. Our videos, our 10, 12-minute videos are about 500-600 megabytes. And after I record them, they go straight to storage because I know that they are in a vault right now, an iron vault, and I can pull them back anytime that I want. So I like both. I like storage and I like Siacoin. I will give the edge to storage because I like the interface and I like how easy it is to use. That's it. There's no intrinsic, model on that one. I buy storage because I like the product. That's it.
All right, Thomas Gross, can I get your opinion on ETC?
You know what, Thomas? I'm going to get back to you on that one, man. I'm going to hook back. You know what? I'm going to hook back because I promised, I think it was Lorenzo. Man, I have been promising him ICP. And if I don't talk about it, I'm never going to. So Internet Computer Protocol, I'm pretty sure most of you guys are at least familiar with it. I want to like this one, man. I really, really do. I'm sorry, Thomas. I'm not blowing you off. I want to give you a good answer. So let me develop a good answer, and I'll get to you. But I've been promising – is it Lorenzo? Belle, ask him if it – I think it is. I've been promising him a answer on ICP, and he dings me on every single video. What do you think? What do you think? What do you think? I want to like it. I really, really do. I really want to like this one, but I just don't. There are some things that absolutely make my spider sense tingle, and they hit so many of those wickets that just make me go, what? I'm sorry, what? So one of the things I absolutely despise about it is, you guys know I'm a white paper kind of guy. I don't want to speculate. I want to read what you think. I want to read this is it. This is the entire thing in a nutshell. I don't want somebody to tell me about it. I just want to read it for myself. I'm a big fan of that. So the first thing that I did when I saw up there is right on the top of their white paper is that you have to have a high level, high education level, a like master's or doctorate of economics to even understand what we're going to tell you in this white paper. That is the very first thing that makes my spider sense tingle more than anything else. Because if you can't explain it to a 5-year-old, you don't understand it. I promise you, anything I'm pitching up here, any coin I have up there, anything that comes out of my mouth, I can explain it to a 5-year-old for him to understand it. Him or her to understand it. Absolutely. I'll open up the phone lines. I'll bring anybody on here. Put your kid on the phone, and I will explain storage. I will explain amp. I will explain scale, and they will tell you about it because I understand the product. So as soon as somebody comes up and says you need, a doctorate level of economics to understand what we're saying, spider sense, just going off. What the hell? Why can't you write it to where potential investors can understand it? That's my very first thing. A couple of the other things I have is that they have like a 50-year roadmap for their product. I consider that just stupidly bold. I mean, amazingly bold, like shockingly bold, that you would come out and say, well, it's going to take us 50 years to get there. Most people are not going to make it, right? And current investors are not going to get to the end of your roadmap. I'm 50 now. I'm not going to see the end of the roadmap. So why don't you tell me what you're going to do next quarter and be very, very specific about it? I like those roadmaps. Scale is having a great big week right now, a huge week right now. There is a lot going on with Scale. Their IAS is done. They've already tested it, and they are starting to implement it now. So it is a big week for Scale, and I can explain that to you. But apparently I cannot explain ICP. Their programming language, which is a very specific, unique programming language written just for ICP. I went out of my way for you, babe. I talked to as many developers as I possibly could saying, please explain this to me. And they couldn't. They didn't understand it. Now, the whole thing has just got a Dianetics feel to me. There's something wrong about it that you just have to believe. And I am not one that is just going to believe anything. I want you to show me. I want you to write it out. I want you to prove it to me, to my satisfaction, before I'm going to give you my money. But if there was any one thing that I think they bungled more than anything else, and if you're an ICP investor, man, good. I'm not going to tell you what to do with your money. I'm just telling you I'm not putting mine in. But the very first thing that burned my ass, did we just do mine? You know what, doesn't matter. The one thing that burned my ass on this more than anything else was the fact that they couldn't even handle a token launch. They couldn't even get that right. They released on every platform at the same time, and it absolutely railed like you've never seen anything go. It went to like $450. I mean, it was like this, or $750. It was this stupidly high evaluation, and then within 2 days, straight the hell down. If you can't handle a token launch, and this is a company that says they are going to reinvent the entire planet, internet computer, we're going to change the way you think. Teachers, schools are going to be teaching children about ICP because it's so revolutionary. And how do I know they're going to? Because they put it in their white paper. Why would you put that in your white paper? You guys see where I'm going with this, right? There is a lot of stuff that's just making me go flash, maybe stay away from this one. Their developers and the people that they have on this project is massive, shocking, the amount of brain power that's there. But I only ever see one guy talking about it, just one. There's a lot of stuff going on here, man. Look, if you're in it, dude, good. You know what? Hold on. I hope it works out for you. I'm just saying that I'm not going to. So, that's it. Maybe there's something I'm missing about it, but I don't think so. And I understand that negative reviews never, ever are received well. But you know what? You asked me my opinion, so I'm giving it to you. And that's it. I don't want to sit here and bash these guys for another 5 minutes, Belle. Please carry on.
And back to Thomas, you were saying, he was asking, can I get your opinion on ETC?
Yeah, again, man, let me give you a good answer, dude. Let me dig down a little bit more. I don't want to short you. Let me dig into it a little bit. Again, there's a lot that's going on. Let me make sure I give you a good, solid answer.
Andrew the MP, can you explain the difference between Siacoin and Anchor?
Siacoin and Anchor. They are both decentralized storage. Yeah, they are both decentralized storage. Now, I'm sorry, Siacoin and Anchor. I thought you were was it Anchor or storage? Bill, help me out.
Siacoin and Anchor.
Siacoin is am I out of my mind here? Siacoin is another decentralized storage, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
I'm pretty sure I'm right on that one. I could. This is why I love love being live. And if you can't tell, I'm blushing a little bit right now because I like to be very, very solid with my answer. But I'm pretty sure Siacoin is more akin to storage than it is to Anchor, unless I'm just wildly wrong here. And if it is, by the way, I do know how to edit through YouTube, so I'm just going to take this whole part out. Siacoin, I think, is more akin to storage. Am I wrong here? Belle, help me out.
No, you're not at all.
Okay, so why are we making the comparison to Anchor?
I have a feeling someone's just wanting the differences explained.
Okay. All right. So Siacoin is a decentralized storage similar to is a decentralized storage similar to STORJ, and that they will take your files, they will break your files, they will store your files, and life is good. I can't give you every single spec on Siacoin. I'm not into that one. I am into storage. For you to recover your files through storage, they literally give you a seed phrase, and that's it. There is no helpline. There is no anything. If you lose your seed phrase, you lost your files. You're not getting them back. So storage and Siacoin is probably similar, but they're going to take them. They're going to break them out. They're going to send them all over the place. My particular files are stored in 480 locations, and they are end-to-end encryption. So I think it's brilliant. Now, Anchor itself is what they do is if you decide I'm going to host a node, for example, just for a very rough example. And guys, this is guerrilla explanations. Give me a break on this. They are going to host your file. We want to put it on the cloud. So what Anchor does is they will hunt and peck all of these big data centers, and they will take the idle storage space, the idle storage capacity, and this is cold storage and hot storage. They will take this idling capacity of these data centers, and they are going to host your data for you. They're going to put you two in a room together, and they're going to make sure that whatever you are doing is going to show up in their data center. So it's being maintained with that same level of integrity of a 99.99% uptime. That is huge. I'm not sure if you understand what's involved with keeping a 99.99% uptime. Ooh, you're going to get me passionate again, man. This is what they're going to do. I literally consider them green because this is unused data storage space that is still being maintained and still being powered and still being paid for, but completely unutilized. Anchor goes through, shops around, and finds this stuff and will utilize it for them. So it's already has, I'm never going to do this, but it's already has its carbon footprint is already paid for. Why not use it? So that's where Anchor comes in, and they're going to take care of that for you. This is what they do. They're going to take this stuff, they're going to put it there. Storage, for example, is going to break it up, the files up, and they're going to store them in, I guess, kind of data centers, but for the most part, I have a storage server. I do. It is an old PC that I used to have that I have out in the garage. I plugged in, I set it up. It's Linux, but it's real easy to set up, and I just let it run 24/7. So storage puts files on there, it takes files off there. I don't care. They give me money for it. So I am part of the storage network, and they pay me to do it. So
All right.
Yeah, okay. You're letting me get away again, Belle. This is why we don't do Tuesdays, guys. But okay.
All right, next question from DJ Flexa. Who is Anchor up against?
Oh, who is Anchor up against? They're up against, I don't know, Google, Amazon, Facebook, Microsoft. They're up against the players. These physical companies, again, your Google, your Amazon, your Microsoft, your Facebook, and so forth and so on, these guys are the ones that are building these data centers. If you've ever been to Des Moines, we are the data center capital of the planet. Who would have thought it? Des Moines, Iowa. We have more data centers right here than anybody else has. Des Moines, Iowa, middle of the country. We have all of the big players, and they're right here. I know because when I go to work tomorrow, I'll be going there. That's what they're up against, because these are the people that are offering cloud storage to, think of legacy companies. Where I say that they are slumlords for .coms, I mean that. I absolutely mean that. For when a legacy company develops a legacy product and says, well, we want to go on the cloud, they go to these people. They go to these people. This is why I'm so excited about this. This is why I like this one. This is why I push this one so hard. When a DeFi company wants to do it, they can go to the alphabet companies. They can go to Google. They can go to Amazon, and they're going to take care of them at $15 per terabyte hot storage. I know that doesn't sound like a lot. That is a shocking price for hot storage, $15 per terabyte. See how much Anchor will do it for. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. So, Belle, please carry on. You get one more question, and we're going to call it because we are going live 3 nights this week. So I'm trying to keep it to about an hour and 10 minutes. Belle, carry on, please.
Inflage 14, is it too late to buy storage?
No. Well, it would have been better when you bought it when I did the storage video, and you guys can go back and look for that because I got the price posted right on it. That would have been a much better time. But no, I think you're going to get when the market starts to pick back up, even though storage is one of these that can defy it. It's a good 2x. Even now, I think it's a good solid 2x. This is not financial advice. I'm supposed to say it, but I can still see it as a solid 2x from where it is right now. No question. But don't buy right now. Let it settle down. All right. The market is a little bit crazy right now. Big Bitcoin spike. So let it settle down. And you know what? That is financial advice. Let it settle down a bit first. Go ahead, Bill.
All right. Well, do you want to do one more question? Because
You got one
did
more,
say
and
that
then
was...
yeah, one more.
All right, David, Scott, have you had a chance to look at staking AMP on the Ruler network?
You know, I did. I did take a look at that. My mind's not made up yet, babe. Babe. Look at me. I'm all hip, man. I'm like, fuck. I'm like Wolfman Jack. Hey, babe. Thank you for calling the Wolfman Show. I haven't quite made up my mind on that one yet, man. You know what? Ask me again Thursday. I'm going to do a little bit more digging for you. I kind of like Ruler. I do. The APY on AMP on Ruler was shocking. Now, I don't know how, but I am the AMP guy. I don't know how that happened, but the APY on AMP is a little bit shocking to me. I think it is. If I really dug into that, I let me make sure, man. All right, let me make sure before I give you my whole opinion on this, man. I don't want to say anything that would make people pull money off from Flexa. I don't, but I want to be honest with you too, and so let me make sure. All right, let me make damn sure. Hit us back Thursday, and I'll give you a better answer, man. I don't want to go on record on this one. I just don't. Let me just say, with a wink, kind of like Ruler, and I'll leave it there. All right, Belle, do we got anything else, or are you going to talk us out of here?
I will go ahead and talk us out of here since you
I'm
said
going on.
one more question.
Yes, and I'm going on mute.
All right, just so you guys are forewarned, Scott is now muted. It's not shocking. You can watch his face move, but he's not, you can't hear him. All right, we do thank each and every one of you who joined us tonight on this impromptu live stream. I know I wasn't here Saturday, but you guys continue to ask the tough questions. We love you guys. We appreciate you guys for it. Again, we will be back on Thursday at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, or 1900 hours for those of you who recognize military time. We definitely look forward to doing these. Those questions that we did not answer tonight, we will address them in the future. And again, Without you guys, we could not and would not be doing this. We appreciate each and every one of you, and we will see you next time.
We are dropping new videos and podcasts every Sunday, Tuesday, and Thursday. And be sure to look for us on Instagram, Twitter, and Parler at ThePodocasts. Also, visit our page at ThePodocasts.com, all one word, for all of our most current content.